Rodriguez.
And this is Jupi Chan, also known as Ninja Jupi, or you can just call me Wendy. Hey, hey!
Yes,
Ooh.
And you're watching the review Sanctum, where everything and anything can be reviewed. And today we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. And I want to warn you, we're going to be talking about the movie in depth. And, just spoilers and everything. So if you guys have not seen the movie, heavy spoilers. And there will be some things about the ending too. So definitely do not watch the review if you've already seen the movie, because we just want to get into it. You know what I mean? We just want to get into it. It's just too good to skip out certain things and discuss certain things.
Yeah.
So I guess the movie's basic plot, it kind of takes a while to get going because they do a lot of the, when it starts in the middle of song, you have to kind of backtrack to explain what's going on.
Because of Deadpool.
Yep. So what's going on is that Deadpool has been pulled out of his regular universe by the TVA, which is the MCU reference to the Loki show. And apparently since the main character, which is kind of funny because it is true, that the main character of the whole, I guess, Fox X-Men universe, Wolverine, died in the Logan movie, since he's like the major, I guess he's the anchor character of that whole universe. And again, it's like an in-joke because, they made Wolverine movies. Wolverine was basically the main character of every X-Men movie he was in. It was supposed to be an X-Men movie, but still more about him.
Wait, who are the other guys again?
Yeah, exactly. poor Cyclops, right? He got shafted so bad. But anyways, since he's dying, the whole universe is gonna eventually fade away, which is again kind of like
a TVA reference. And like I said, I've watched Loki, so yeah, I know about that. So yeah, the TVA, they try to keep all of the time, there are different universes, multiverses, if you will, and they all have their timelines, their special timelines, supposed to be like on a set timeline. And if anything is off from it, the TVA has to go in and TVA has to go in and they have to fix it or get rid of the problem within that little time universe, so that all the things, the lines don't split and it goes back to being like one straight solid line.
Yeah.
And because Wolverine's character died, he was an anchor from that world. He wasn't meant to die, so they have to figure out a way to. So the main guy that worked for the TVA, he just said, you know what? Instead of waiting for all the years for that whole timeline and universe to just be destroyed naturally, which it will inevitably be, let's just get rid of it now.
Yeah. So his plan, it was Paradox, right? Was his name?
Yeah, Paradox.
Yeah, so his plan was to do that, just wipe it out right off the bat. But since Deadpool is so popular, he was going to at least save Deadpool and put him in, I don't know, the MCU or some other place or whatever. But of course Deadpool does want to save his universe and everything. He's got his buddies in there. And, it kind of goes that Deadpool's life kind of sucks after part 2, but at least he has his buddies, and now he's going to lose that too, that kind of thing. So he basically says, yeah, screw you to all that shit, and steals the
little thing that he can go through time with.
The universes.
Different universe and time portal thingies. I forgot what it was called though.
Yeah. So his big plan is that if Wolverine is dead in their world, he'll just bring another Wolverine from some other, alternate whatever, and bring him there instead and everything. And that kind of starts the whole movie, because then the time paradox people send the soldiers after them, and they go to different times and stuff. They get stuck in what we call the void, which is basically where all the forgotten characters and whatever get tossed into.
It for the joke for this one, yes. But in a general sense, a lot of people do end up in the void for different reasons.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a lot of meta stuff because it goes into the movie plot, but it still affects, in the movie it's like Logan died, so the universe is slowly dying, but it's kind of a reference to how the Fox universe is also going away in real life, because obviously it's going to be all MCU going forward.
Yeah, even the Fox logo was buried in the void.
Yeah, the 2020 Fox logo. So anyways, this is cool things, because we've heard rumors here and there, but they have some good surprises. Basically in that world, all the discarded characters, so you get to see Chris Evans again, but the surprise is that he's actually the classic Fantastic Four Johnny Storm. And you get to see the return of Blade, played by Wesley Snipes, which is so good. Well, first of all, everyone in the audience popped, and I'm really glad that was not in the trailer, because that's a big surprise. Wesley Snipes even said he had to keep it a secret from his family for a year or so not to ruin it for anyone, so that was kind of cool. And we had Jenny Garner coming back as Elektra from the Daredevil movies, and we had, I don't know her name, but the girl who played X-23, obviously now all grown up, so she's back there too, and showing her appreciation to Wolverine. Well anyways, let's get into Wolverine's storyline. So interesting thing with everyone thinking, you know, the trailers and stuff, this is not the same Wolverine from the X-Men movies. It's like another version of Wolverine. And there was a montage of Deadpool seeing all the different Wolverines and stuff like that.
And my favorite is still comic accurate Wolverine, because like I said, I don't know that much about X-Men, but even I knew about that thing about Wolverine being very short and all that, you know, from his comic portrayal. Even I knew that. I don't know why I knew that, but I knew that. So
yeah. So this Wolverine is apparently the worst Wolverine of them all because he let his team down and the whole world got fucked because of him. So of course he's not in a superhero mood, you know what I mean? So Deadpool's just bringing him along, he's not in a superhero mood, a lot of arguments, he's very like bleak in the world. You see the trailers where he's all like, yeah, we chose the wrong guy and that kind of stuff and a lot of things. And yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine do fight each other a lot. Which gets crazy because keep in mind, you know, they can both heal from almost anything. Yep. So you get to see a lot of stabbies, a lot of shooting. Yep, baby knife. Oh man. So anyways, yeah, they're stuck in a void. The main villain is this woman named Cassandra Nova, who's supposed to be Xavier's twin sister from some alternate timeline and everything. She has like I mean, I guess she has the same psychic powers as Xavier, but it almost looks like God-like powers the way she is. And that's, I
guess she harnessed it within the void. Or maybe like in her, whatever world they were from, maybe she would have been the more powerful of the two in general.
Yeah.
Sort of like how we have the different Loki variants and stuff, depending on which timeline they're in.
Yeah.
You got that Loki, well, I'm not getting into it, but yeah.
Yeah. Another character that we have is Channing, I think his name is Channing Tatum, as Gambit, which is kind of an in-joke because they've been trying to make a Gambit movie with him for forever, which always like falls through for XYZ reasons. So there you go. Now you got him as Gambit in the movie.
Yeah, and that kind of threw me because, like I said, I was like, so Gambit was in one of these Marvel movies? Because you know, I know the character in general, just looking at him, say, hey, that's that Gambit guy, huh? Because remember, I'm not as well versed in all the Marvel stuff like he is.
Yeah. And then, lots of random cameos I was not expecting in the trailer already kind of ruined it. The trailer already showed that the classic Sabretooth from the old X-Men movies is going to be in it. But like in the background, because some of these are more like background characters, like of like I guess Cassandra's giant army of people. You get to see the X-Men 3 Last Stand versus the Juggernaut. You get to see Callisto there. You get to see Azazel from X-Men First Class. That's the Nightcrawler's dad. That's what looks like a red Nightcrawler and teleports the same way.
And I knew absolutely nothing about this. So I was looking at the trailer, so I was just ignorant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got, what's her face? Lady Deathstrike was there, but she was real, like, background cameo. The only one I didn't know who it was there was this big buff dude that almost looked like Tugboat from WWF from back in the day. And I don't know who that is, and I don't know what movie or what reference or whatever, because, I mean, he was very prominent. He wasn't just a random, he was very prominent, so I'm like, okay, so,
yeah,
so who was this guy?
I was like, and then I just said, hey, when did Tugboat get here?
Yeah, but that's one thing for you guys. If you guys know who that is, put the comments below, because I don't know, he appears a lot, and like I said, he doesn't appear a lot, but he appears too much to be some random cameo throwaway character. He stands out way too much. I mean, director's son or something, I don't know, but something.
Yeah, I was asking him, I said, well, you know who these people are, so he's like, nope, so it's Tugboat. Okay, we're going with that.
Yeah, we're going with that. But overall, what can we say? The movie was a lot of fun, a lot of comedy. I love the intro. It was like the absolute best way to introduce you to Deadpool and stuff. He's basically killing a bunch of guys with almost like, it reminded me of Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1, like those kind of fatalities. He was killing all a bunch of soldiers and stuff. I won't go into the full details, but they were playing Bye 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 in the background. And while he's killing people, they show random clips of him doing the dances and whatever.
The actual dances that were like, if you know, you know, especially you were back from that time, you know, you with the Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC, you know, so yeah. It was just funny. I just caught all those references.
Yeah, and yeah, that was just fun. That just kind of tells you you're in for a good time. It's gonna be awesome, you know, that kind of thing. So it was kind of cool to see that. And yeah, just, you know, fun movie, tons of references. The thing is, as you see the movie and the characters, you kind of notice that this is basically like a big send-off for all the Fox movies from the past. saying goodbye to like all the Daredevils, the Blade movies, all the old X-Men movies, like just all of those, you know, and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting. And any other comments or thoughts you want to say there?
Like I said, I really did like that Blade run. But what's name that was when they were going up against what was her name, Cassandra, and he was like saying, "Oh no, there's only one Blade." And then Deadpool just looked at the camera. It was like,
Yep.
And here's something I thought of when he did that and he delivered that line. I was like, oh wait, that's right. Ryan Reynolds in Blade Trinity, and that is something I've seen. So, because like I said, in all honesty, I will say this: the movie was enjoyable, even if you've never seen the second Deadpool movie, which I haven't, or a lot of some of the other films. It's still easy to follow if you just know of these characters. So, and like for me, I'm not really, I've never seen past that first original X-Men movie. I've never seen past the first original Fantastic Four movie. And I've never seen Deadpool 2. I saw the first Deadpool, but you know, I haven't, but you don't have to have seen all of those to understand this movie. Maybe you probably get a little lost with TVA, but they kind of really, They really pretty much explain what they do. I mean, so you don't have to watch Loki to understand the TVA or the Void and all that stuff. Yeah. So I was kind of glad for that. But it did throw me when we saw what's his name as the Human Torch. What's his name? I said, wait a minute, who is that guy? And it didn't hit me. And then it was like, oh, the Human Torch. Oh crap! I forgot he was. You know, I just totally forgot about that. But there were just a lot of funny moments, especially when you had the whole group of the Deadpools, the different Deadpool variants that they had to fight against. Yeah, that part I was geeking out for that too, because they were showing like all the different Deadpools, and I'm like, oh my god, please include a zombie Deadpool. Bring the zombie Deadpool, and then the zombie Deadpool head does fly into the screen. I'm like, oh my god, they brought him. Yes, it's awesome. It was just, you know, comic book fun. And so I just want to go just a wee bit into the ending, which is kind of confusing for future things. Okay. Because the thing is, if you go by the trailers and what people thought this was going to be, it kind of looked like movies because it was supposed to be about Deadpool going into the Marvel Universe. So that obviously in future movies or something, Deadpool will now be in the MCU because obviously all the Fox stuff is over and everything. But it's kind of weird because in this movie, I won't go into all the details, but it does kind of end with Deadpool just still chilling with his friends and all good in his regular universe, you know? And what's the name is a part of it. That's right. So within that universe, that means that universe's Wolverine was dead, and he brought in the other Wolverine to be in that universe. Universe. Okay. Yeah. So those are confusing. Now with Hugh Jackman, I mean, we don't know how many times. I mean, obviously this was like a big miracle that he actually came back for the role and all that good stuff. But with Deadpool, it's just, I don't know, like, is there going to be a Deadpool 4? Are they going to bring him in? Like, I don't know. I mean, there was a theory, there was a fan saying that since Deadpool knows the TVA or whatever, they could kind of use that as a loophole. Maybe there's like some big threat with the Avengers or whatever, and they can now use that, like, we'll call Deadpool to help. I'm just wondering something since you said that and what I just said. Because I was thinking about how it works in Loki. Usually if you mess up something from one timeline, then that means that you may fix one timeline, but that means the other one is a mess. Since they took Hugh Jackman's character and took Wolverine out of that timeline and brought him to this timeline, what does that mean for that future? Because you're not supposed to mess with anything within the different timelines. That's the point of the TVA. So what happened to the world that he got dragged in from? Yeah, but apparently that world was gonna get all fucked up anyway. I guess that's what it was? Yeah, it's implied because as he, like, I guess, you know, he let the X-Men down and all that kind of stuff. It was going to be a crappy world anyway or something, you know? So I guess that they were just going to let that whole timeline just fizzle out and like it's supposed to anyway because the X-Men were defeated in that timeline? Yeah. Yeah, and they'll go into why, you know, I'm not going to spoil everything, but they will go into why Wolverine... Like that specific Wolverine does wear the comic book accurate suit. They'll go into that, but I won't spoil that. But I actually kind of forgot why. I I legit forgot why.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But by the way, I like the movie. A lot of fun. It is different, obviously, from the first two, because this one now deals with all this, how Disney bought out Fox and all that stuff. So, But, yeah, that's the whole thing. Oh, you know what they should have brought in? Well, I guess they don't own, they do own, no, they work with, they work in association with Sony, but they don't own Sony, but it would have been funny if they brought back Topher Grace as Venom or something. Because that's a character. Another thing that they should have done for the hell of it is, even though he's technically not part of the Deadpool Corps, when they put all the Deadpools, one of them should have been the original failed Deadpool from X-Men Origins, and nobody liked. That would have been kind of.
Well, he should have been Nice Pool.
No.
They should have had him as Nice Pool or whatever.
Well, no, because that one couldn't talk at all. Remember, he had his mouth stitched stuff. He didn't even have a good costume or nothing.
Oh, that's right.
They should have had some where our Deadpool's like, hey, Troy, I hate you, or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, I really like the fact that we got Dogpool.
Yep.
He was so adorable. I feel sorry because he looks kind of a word that we're not allowed to use anymore. But he's still adorable.
Yeah.
Nice Pool. He was just too nice.
I don't even know how he did his missions or whatever, and then apparently he can't regenerate anyway, so
Yeah,
I don't even know.
he couldn't regenerate. That whole scene where he couldn't regenerate. It was morbid, wrong, and funny at the same time because of the Deadpool movie, so you are going to laugh at it.
Yeah.
He just couldn't help it. Come on, you can walk on your own 2 feet. I'm paralyzed right now. You can do it.
Okay, now relax. Now, how long does it take you to regenerate? Regenerate? Oh man.
I don't have any feeling in my legs anymore. Whatever it was, it was like, yeah. And the thing is, Deadpool really wanted his 2 guns, and he wanted Dogpool from Nice Pool. So
yeah, he had a golden.
I'm sorry, he had ulterior motives. I know he was planning. I know.
Yep.
And it probably didn't start off that way, but it became that way. And the other thing I liked is how he her poor Fantastic Four reference there. Deadpool got him killed.
Yep. And yeah, I also like the how Wolverine and Deadpool act around each other, and how it just basically took the whole movie for Wolverine to finally kind of sort of pull up with him, sort of.
Yeah.
Because it just goes on.
Shut up.
Yep.
Don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked a question. Oh, am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah, and that's pretty much anyone teaming up with Deadpool. Deadpool just don't shut up. It's one of his biggest things. He just don't shut up.
Oh, there's also a flashback early in the movie where he showed how what's his name wanted to try out to become one of the Avengers, and that whole interview was kind of funny. He said, "Oh, okay, sorry, Lee. I talk a lot when I get nervous," and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And says very inappropriate things.
Yeah. But oh my goodness. But anyways, guys, yeah, it's a good movie. It's awesome. It's worth checking out. Like I said, it just kind of makes me curious about like the future in terms of Deadpool 4 or will Deadpool actually appear in the MCU? Because ending was not anything I was expecting. I was expecting kind of like, hey, you guys saved us. The universe is going to die anyways, but you know what? We'll bring you all into something, bring Deadpool and all his friends, and I guess Wolverine too into,
Yeah, Deadpool did ask the leader of the TV, because she is actually, her character is from Loki. But anyway, he was asking if there's something to do for a few friends that are caught in the void.
Yeah.
So of course that'll be your Blade, your Elektra, your Gambit, your X-23 and all of them.
Yeah.
And maybe some of those Deadpools. I think they have to stay there. The world will implode if we had too many and more than one Deadpool in each universe. Yeah. Just saying.
Oh man. So anyways, we'll see what happens there, guys. What can I say? Like for the future, we don't know. Now the future we got, apparently we have the newest thing of Avengers Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. playing as Doctor Doom. So that's a big thing here.
Yeah, but maybe y'all should start paying attention to these movies now, because with all of the Marvel stuff, even before the Sony era stuff, it was just too much. That's the problem. And there's one thing that was never answered. Thor.
Oh yeah. Hey, you never know. They might reveal it in some upcoming something.
Yeah, because the TVA, they, of course, they know your future, they know your past, they know your present, they can play things for you that you see. Sort of like in Loki, they were playing all the stuff that you saw like in Thor 2 and all the, you know, Ragnarok and all that stuff. Even the stuff for, it was Infinity Wars. And, you know, of course, in that timeline, Loki hadn't experienced that yet, but he know what's going to happen, including to himself. So, yeah, so you will see what happens.
Yep. So anyways, guys, I think we kind of spoiled enough for the movie. Like I said, hey, we warned you. But bottom line, it was a fun movie. It was awesome. If you're a fan of Deadpool and that kind of comedy, it's super cool. For anyone that had doubts if they're going to tone it down, because this is technically a Disney movie. Nope, they didn't.
Yeah, and they made jokes about that. He went meta on that one and said, yeah, like, well, there's one thing that I did and they did with Fox, but hey, he ain't cool with that here.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez signing off here.
And this is Jupi channel, also known as Ginger Jupi, or you just call me Wendy. And I just want to say, like I said, you don't have to see all the other stuff to understand this film, but at least watch the first Deadpool movie to know what you'll be expecting for this one with the humor. And like I said, if you already know the characters, you should be fine getting through it. And like a prayer, man. Like a prayer.
Yep. And also, it's just cool. There's so few movies out there nowadays that make me feel like actually to go out to the theater is something that's like, I'll just wait till they stream. Or you know how it is nowadays, these movies are kind of like, oh, they'll stream the second day or the same day. Nah, this one, like, you just have to be at the theater for the full experience. At least that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, we saw it opening night, so it was fun.
Yep. But anyways, guys, see you next time. And as usual, this is the review sanctum where everything and anything may be reviewed.
And I'll think of something to torture Mark with to make up for this actual good thing.
Anyways, catch you later.
Bye.